We're going to check out one of the beehives today. And we're going to do hive number 1. At this point, the bees have only been in the hive a couple weeks, and I've kind of confined them to the first 10 frames, just to give them a chance to that's the first 10. So the first 2, still the initial foundation. Number 3 has a little bit of comb. Fourth one, a little bit more. You can see there's some brood, capped brood in there, which means the queen was laying some eggs. And they have nectar storing along the top, which is pretty common on each bar. The 5th one, I have a wooden piece of wood, I guess, as a guide instead of the comb where the foundation start, and they seemed like they got a little off. This one, you can see, has a separate comb in the front, which is called a Burr comb, and then the primary cone behind it's kind of going off on its own. Need to take care of that, so I'm just going to remove the Burr comb. My fancy hive tool. And I dropped it in the hive. They can have it. Just do a quick trim of the other one. The primary comb, just the end, and then kind of just push it back into place to keep it aligned. You don't want the comb to go in any random direction, because then it'll make it difficult to pull the bars out. Just pinched it back on there, they'll fix all the comb. So these last couple of frames have had a reasonable amount of drone cells, which are these bright cells that you see down sporadically. They kind of stick out farther. They're capped. And then some capped honey up along the top of the top bar. I've never been a big fan of too many drone cells. I'd like to also point out that where I'm standing right now is not ideal. I'm standing directly in front of their door, so it's not usually where I stand from this point out. And I learned that the hard way on hive number 1. But anyway, don't do what I'm doing. So in a top bar hive, when you're trying to put the frames back in, or the bars back together, you have to be really careful not to crush the bees. They immediately crawl up in there and just kind of bounce them back and forth, tap them, and they usually get out of the way. Sometimes I'll blow on them, but sometimes they still get crushed. That's pretty much it. Actually moved the first 2 frames to the back because they had a lot of brood in the middle. And the queen, yeah, the queen was on frame 9, which is now 7. Don't look in there.